What is up, you guys? In today's video, I'm going to tell you how to start a successful woodworking business in 2024. Let's dive in. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to dive into how to successfully start a woodworking business in 2024. Now, this is going to be a really comprehensive video. I want to encourage you to stick around for the full video, maybe take some notes if you are starting on your journey in woodworking, trying to launch a business. And just right out of the gate, another resource that I can give you that's going to help you is the first link in the description below. It is a book that I wrote called Handmade Business Secrets, and it's going to help you understand the business side of launching your woodworking business. Now, my guess is you're probably a pretty decent woodworker, or maybe you're interested in it, you're developing your skills around it, but skills that you may not have are the business side of things. You may not have a lock on what you need to do from a business strategy standpoint in order to get your business off the ground and successful right out of the gate. So you may be wondering, who am I? Why can I speak to this? Well, my name is Zach Vaught, and I started a business, a woodworking business called Iron by Iron Woodworks back in 2017 in my garage, and I failed dramatically. Launched the business, drained my savings account within about 90 to 120 days, and then went back and had to find another job. But I kept the business alive, and then I started learning about business. So I've got 5 things I want to go over today as we talk about business strategy for success in 2024. So I'm gonna give you a quick overview of those 5 things. Number 1 is lead generation. Number 2 is lead nurture. Number 3 is sales. Number 4 is fulfillment / product quality. And then number 5 is customer satisfaction. And I'm gonna go into detail about what each one of these are and how you can implement them right out of the gate in your woodworking business in 2024. So number 1 is lead generation. So first of all, we need to define what is a lead. And so if you're not from the business world, that may be a weird word in regards to how it's being used, but leads are essentially people or businesses that might be interested in buying your products. And so if I walk up to you and I start looking at a product that you're trying to sell, I'm a warm lead. So we have cold leads that don't know anything about us. Warm leads means that we typically know a little bit more about your company. We're more serious buyers, potential buyers. And so right now, if you're brand new, starting out, you may not have any potential leads for your business. Okay, so there are several ways to do this. Some of them are free, some of them cost money, but the goal here is that you get opportunities to sell. You get a lot of opportunities to sell. And this is where most young entrepreneurs or young business owners go wrong. They go off the old Field of Dreams adage that if you build it, they will come. That is not the case, okay? If you build beautiful furniture but nobody knows about you, you won't sell any beautiful furniture. So you have to get out there and people need to know about you. So what are some ways to generate leads, okay? So number 1, paid ads. Social media advertising, Facebook, Instagram ads, TikTok ads. You could run ads on Etsy, Pinterest. You could post on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. Those are free and they will generate business for you. Develop relationships with stores and get your products in stores. You can sell your products wholesale to stores. You can get connected through lots of different ways, but you need to have a plan for lead generation. Now, if you're getting started and you need some help with that, we have some links below as well to our Handmade Hero Academy program that's going to help you generate leads with paid ads and organic strategies. Or if you're really looking to scale big time and you're willing to make an investment in yourself and in your business, check out the Woodworking Business Accelerator program, where I actually come alongside you, run your ads for you, and help generate over 50 leads within your first month. Okay, so that's number 1, is lead generation. The second thing that you need to develop inside your business is lead nurture. One of the biggest mistakes that I see entrepreneurs make is that they go from not generating any leads to start generating leads, and then they don't handle the leads properly. When you start getting leads, you need to maximize every opportunity. You need to maximize every conversation. You need to maximize every chance that you have to sell. And if you don't, then you're basically throwing your time or your money down the drain to acquire those leads. And so you need to have a follow-up system. You need to have a process in place that people don't get lost in the shuffle. We see this happen all the time with potential leads because there's just not a system in place to keep track of those leads. But lead nurture looks like having a CRM system, which is a customer retention management system. We use a system like Pipedrive. What that does is it just simply allows you to keep everyone in one place and keep them visible. There's an old quote that says, out of sight, out of mind. Well, what happens when you talk to somebody and then you don't talk for 2 or 3 days and you're having a bunch of new leads come through during those 2 or 3 days? Well, you forget about that lead, right? They kind of fade off into the abyss, and you don't want to miss out on opportunities to close potential deals. Okay, so that's number 2 is lead nurture. Now, number 3 is sales. How do you actually sell? This is the number 1 most important thing when you're trying to get your business off the ground. That's not to say that your product's not important. That's not to say that you producing the product is not important. Keeping customers happy is not important. But without leads and sales, you do not have a business. Your focus should not be on how am I going to build something better right now. It shouldn't be on I need to go buy a bunch more expensive tools. It should be on how do I get more leads and how do I get more sales. That should be the number 1 focus of your business with you as the owner in 2024. But number 3 is sales. You need to have a sales script. You need to have a process for taking every single new potential lead through the sales script, through the sales process that's going to increase your chances the most of closing that sale. Now, on this channel, post a link up to it right up here in the corner, and I'm going to give you the exact sales script that I've been using now for over 4 or 5 years to close a higher percentage of leads and convert them when it comes to dining table sets. Now, your woodworking business, you may choose to be selling something else. I would recommend selling a high ticket item. It costs at least $1,000 because you're going to have to close a whole lot less people. You're going to have a whole lot less communication, a whole lot less headaches, as opposed to selling $50 or $100 cutting boards, right? I highly recommend selling high ticket products. It's not that much harder to sell high ticket products than it is low ticket products, and you can get 10, 20, 50 times more money for every single transaction that you have. Highly recommend that. Number 4 thing that you need when you're starting your woodworking business in 2024 is you need to have a plan for fulfillment / product quality. Now, I did mention this is not the most important thing out of the gate, but if you don't fix this, if you don't make sure that you have a good fulfillment process and have a good product, you're going to actually do more damage to yourself by selling more. You don't want to sell a bunch of terrible products to people because it's just going to ruin your reputation. So as you start to grow and as you start getting more sales and more products, you just need to figure out how do I increase the product quality, and then how do I implement systems and processes in place to get more done faster. So your fulfillment process means that there's the old adage that time is money. Well, it's so true, because if me and you are doing the same exact thing, for building the same exact thing, we're charging the same amount of money for doing it, but I can get mine done in half the time, I can make twice as much money as you in the same amount of time. And so you need to have a process for fulfillment, and then you need to have a process in place for constantly working on improving the quality of your product. And ultimately, product quality is king, because that's the thing that your client's gonna be left with. You know, they're talking to you now, but one day they won't never need to talk to you again, but they're gonna have that product in their home or whatever it might be, and that's gonna always speak on your behalf for the next 10 years. You know, did you give them a good quality product? Okay, so that's number 4. And then lastly is customer satisfaction. Now, this comes down to a few different things. When it comes to customer satisfaction, what we find is one of the number 1 reasons that customers are frustrated is lack of communication. They feel like they're not communicated with enough, they're not kept in the loop enough, and product quality. So you need to make sure that you have a strong communication rhythm in place to communicate with customers, and then also that you're working diligently to always increase the product quality of whatever it is that you sell. So if you're trying to start a successful woodworking business in 2024, just to recap here, you're gonna need leads inside of your business. You need to have a predictable strategy for generating leads. This is not word of mouth. Word of mouth is great, and you need word of mouth, positive word of mouth and referrals, but they're not predictable. You don't know when you're gonna get them, so you need to have predictable lead generation strategies inside of your business. You need to have a way to nurture leads. How are you gonna keep up with leads? How are you gonna make sure that they're well taken care of? You need to have a sales script and a sales process, which I'm giving you here on this channel. You need to have a fulfillment process and systems in place to streamline fulfillment. Also, a process for constantly improving the product quality. And then lastly, you need to have a plan in place for keeping happy customers. And so that's gonna mostly be on delivering a great product and keeping your promises and communicating with them in a timely manner. So with that being said, guys, if you're looking for more resources for growing your woodworking business, this is the greatest channel on YouTube, in my opinion, for the business side of growing a woodworking business. Now, you can go anywhere to learn how to build tables or build furniture or build different things, but I'm in the business of helping you grow your business. So be sure to download the Handmade Business Secrets ebook if you haven't already. It's completely free. Just enter your name and email. But then if you're looking to really take a big step this year, you're gonna wanna check out the other resources that we have listed below. So with that being said, love you guys. Here's to a great 2024. See you soon.